Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive helpful tips on how to relieve pain. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section down below. Hello everyone, welcome. This is Dr. Jacobs. In this video, I'm gonna go over 9 very common treatments that's not effective to treat Morton's neuroma. But before I do that, I will go over the normal healing cycle so it will make sense why those treatments do not work. So I'm gonna use external paper cut for visualization, but the same process happens internally when you have Morton's neuroma. You start to have inflammation and fibrotic tissue and swelling in the tissue in here around this area. So the first stage of healing is inflammation, swelling, redness, the blood starts to rush to that area. The second stage of healing, it's called the proliferation stage. That's when your body starts to build fibrotic tissue. During that stage, you start to have fascia restrictions and muscle spasm. In perfect scenario, your body should clear up everything from the inflammation stage and proliferation stage that happened during the maturation stage. If you still have pain, you're probably going back and forth between the inflammation and proliferation stage. And as you see in this image, with Morton's neuroma, you can actually visualize the inflammation there, the swelling. And it's very common with the swelling, you start to have fibrotic tissue here, fascia restrictions, and muscle spasm. So those are actually the problem that happen internally. So when we relate that to very common treatments, we will notice these not actually treating the root cause of the problem. They just work on the symptoms. So very common treatment, heat, ice, or electric stimulation. Ice temporarily gonna decrease inflammation, but not a long term, but it's not gonna do anything for the proliferation stage. Electric stimulation is temporary, provide pain relief, but there is no long-term effect for it. And the problem is it's not doing anything for the inflammation or proliferation stage. The other common treatments are foam roller, massage, but when you have inflamed area and you keep rubbing it with the foam roller and massage, you're gonna inflame it more. The problem with foam roller and massage, they are not targeting the fibrotic tissue, the fascia restriction, and the muscle spasm, which actually need to be targeted specifically. It's a generalized treatment. The other approaches are acupuncture or dry needling, and so when you look at the normal healing cycle, dry needling or acupuncture is not going to do much for the inflammation, and there is not enough mechanical force to address the fibrotic tissue and the fascia restrictions. The other common treatment, number 7, is joint mobilization. So when you have joint mobilization, that is actually moving the joint, but the problem is actually in the soft tissue. So it's actually joint mobilization is doing something different than what you need to have work done on. The other common treatment is stretching, which does not make a lot of sense for Morton's neuroma because stretching, it actually, based on the studies, causes more inflammation. And if you overstretch and you have inflamed area or tear, your muscle should act like a rubber band. And if you overstretch it, that tear, micro tear, going to be a major tear and get worse. And I've been seeing patients that they start to watch YouTube videos showing them to do stretches and their symptoms get worse, which makes sense. So I personally do not recommend the stretches for my patient. There's other safe option to do it at home. So the other common treatment is strengthening exercises, but the problem with that, you're going to do strengthening exercises that during the inflammation stage will make it more inflamed. But the problem is actually inflammation and proliferation, so even the strengthening exercise is not going to do much to any of these. There's other things we have to address it simultaneously with the Morton's neuroma, like the shoes and biomechanic of the foot, that's more effective than strengthening exercises. I will leave a link underneath this video for the 3 powerful natural treatment for Morton's neuroma. We'll see you soon in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive helpful tips on how to relieve pain. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section down below or go to ASTRinstitute.com.